Hello everybody, welcome back to Clannad. It's Lorelei, and I hope you had a good time. And last time we left off, we played Sunohara's route. We finished that, and now we are gonna embark on a new journey with Fuko, as suggested by Mr. Shady455. Thank you for the suggestion, by the way. And I would like to preface this by saying that I will be following a guide for this route, and I will also be skipping ahead any parts without Fuko until we reach where I think her route will start. And in case you don't already know, I stream every Wednesday on Twitch. Come join me if you like to have a fun and chill time. But anyway, without further ado, let's just get right into today's episode. She's there again. You know,
おはようございます。
I kind of miss Nagisa. It's been such a long time since she has appeared in any routes that we've played so far. She bobs her head down to greet me. Good morning. Wait, no.
はい。
There's a whole list of things I want to say to you, but... First off, what are you doing here again? My reason is that I overslept, but I bet yours is different. You've probably been here for a while now, haven't you?
はい。いました。
What? Are you just standing here and greeting every student that goes by? Even the late ones?
いえ、そんなことはないです。正直に言ってしまうと、今朝挨拶したのは今のが初めてです。
I felt like I was Urashima Taro? Urashima Taro is a character from Japanese folklore who is taken under the sea after rescuing a turtle, only to return to his village to discover that 300 years have passed. It is similar to Rip Van Winkle in American culture. I'm not familiar with either of these characters, but Rip Van Winkle does sound familiar. From a novel? Anyway, I recall her words from yesterday. There's probably more to how she feels. She's repeating her third year as a student at a high school where nearly everyone goes straight to university after graduating. Not only that, she's a girl. The distance she must feel between her and the other students might be even greater than I'd assumed. Sigh. I scratch my head for no good reason. Well, we should get going. No point in just standing here.
でも、ちょっとまだ。
What do you get for lunch today?
それもまだ決めてないです。
Get the pork cutlet sandwich. Those things are good.
カツサンドというと、一番の人気商品だという噂のですか？
Rumors? They're just sandwiches, you know.
でも、買うの難しいです。アンパンにしておきます。
Pan.
アンパンならいつも余ってますから。
I can go buy one for you.
いえ、そんな無理は言わないです。
Again, you're making these sandwiches out to be a way bigger deal than they are. And anyway, wouldn't a cutlet sandwich be a better incentive than just some anpan? She tilts her head to the side a bit, but then begins to nod vigorously, all of a sudden realizing what I meant.
カツサンドだったら、ものすごく頑張ってこの坂登れます。
That's so cute.
突っ切って裏門から出てしまうぐらいです。
You'd be leaving school if you did that, you know.
そうですね。
Alright. So let me hear you say it. Cutlet sandwich.
カツサンド。
Good. Now let's go. I don't actually know if those magic words are enough to cheer her up. Either way, I use them as my cue to start pushing her up the hill from behind. Flustered, she begins to climb up it on her own, one steady step at a time. This talk about lunch reminds me of something. That's right. I said I'd buy her a cutlet sandwich. And those sandwiches sell out instantly too. Run! We gotta run. Whatever, Sunohara, you just eat on your own. As he does every single route. I ran off. Poor Sunohara. A massive wall of bodies has already formed by the cafeteria's bread counter. Damn it, I was too late. There is no way I'd be able to work up the will to cut through this crowd, especially not now. Knowing her, I guess she'd be fine with Anpan again. If it was for a cutlet sandwich, I'd really be able to get up this hill. Now you have to get it for her. I'd run so fast that I would nearly charge straight through school and out the back gates. Well, she did use that promise of a cutlet sandwich as her encouragement this morning. Fine, I'll go. I resolutely charged straight ahead into the crowd of students. Move it, punk! It's sweltering in here. Ugh. I make it out of the crowd clutching onto the one remaining cutlet sandwich. Woohoo! We got this cutlet sandwich. I'll take this.
160円ね。
That is affordable. Pants. I escape the crowded scene gasping for breath. In my hand is a cutlet sandwich, crushed from gripping it too tightly. Oh, I forgot to buy something for myself. The strength drains from my body and I hang my head. What am I doing? I guess I can eat this. Aww. It's crushed anyway. I make my decision and raise my head again. There, I see a girl standing quietly by the entrance of the cafeteria. It's her. She stands completely still, waiting for the chaos to subside. If you do that, then all that will be left is Anpan. I approach her. Despite standing right in front of her, she doesn't notice me. It's as though she could never imagine meeting an acquaintance in a place like this. Hey. She takes several steps back in surprise.
岡崎さんもいらしたんですね。
Yeah.
パンですか？
Yeah.
そうですか。パン、とてもいいと思います。
I wonder if she thinks that bread is a wonderful choice because of her family's bakery. But you know, knowing Nagisa, I think that's really just something that she genuinely means from the bottom of her heart. And she really actually does like bread. What about you?
私ですか？
It somehow feels like she's forcing herself to act cheerfully. Like she wants to show off her good side even to someone like me.
私は例のカツサンドというものを買ってみようかと思ったんですが。
She looks at the crowd of students.
やっぱり無理みたいです。
Did you even try to get one?
はい、一番早く教室を出ました。
But she hasn't bought the bread?
でも授業が終わるのが遅かったもので。
Aww.
すでにこんな状況でした。
Yeah, I wouldn't expect a girl to be able to get a cutlet sandwich unless her class let out early.
ちょっと残念です。
Is there no queue at the bread shop? Do they just rush there and first one to reach gets the bread? Hey,
はい、
is this one alright? I show her the squished cutlet sandwich.
これカツサンドですか？
Yeah,
買ってきてくださったんですか？
it's not much to look at now, but yeah.
ありがとうございます。
She bows her head and takes it.
すごいです。これがいつだって一番に売り切れるというカツサンドですか？
Yeah.
本当にありがとうございます。
She doesn't even seem to notice that it's been crushed.
おいくらでしたか
160 yen.
それでは、はい。
Picks out a cute wallet and places some coins in my hand.
どうしましたか？
She asks me as I continue to stand still after taking her money. I haven't bought anything for myself yet.
だったら、これはお 岡崎さんが食べてください。
No, it's fine. I'll just wait for the crowd to die down.
それだとアンパンしか残らないです。
So she knows, right?
代わりに私が買ってきます。
What?
どんなのがいいですか？
Some kind of bread with toppings on it?
コロッケパンとか焼きそばパンですね。
Yeah.
それでは行ってきます。
Furukawa goes to stand at the end of the line, leaving me behind. She doesn't seem to have any intention whatsoever of forcing her way through the crowd, which is bad.
すみません。アンパンになってしまいました。
A wry smile finds its way onto my face. That's fine. I'm okay with anpan.
私のカツサンドと
Listen, it's okay. I used to eat those things like crazy anyway.
アンパンはあまり食べないですか？
Yeah, I barely ever eat it. Anpan, it feels like it's been forever since I had one.
なら久しぶりに食べてみてください。美味しいです。
But then of course, I don't like sweets. After that, we moved to the courtyard to eat our food. You know, I'm the same way as you. Always late for school. I'm the delinquent. I'm notorious around here for goofing off too much at night and being chronically late for class as a result. I still feel like going to bed. I let out a yawn.
本当ですか？
Yeah, just last night, I didn't get home until 4 in the morning.
タバコとか吸ってるんですか？
No, I'm one of those non-smoker hoodlums. Okay.
ならよかったです。私、タバコの煙ダメですから。うちのお父さんはすごくタバコ吸うんです。お父さんの部屋入れないです。タバ
Oh.
コとかにもたくさん匂いついてて、すぐ洗わないといけないし。
You know, it makes Akio sound like a horrible... Well, I won't say horrible, but kind of horrible father.
大変なんです。
It feels like it's the first time I've ever seen her smile. I wonder if she's usually smiling like this at home. At least her family cares for her. I feel relieved knowing that. Hey, what are you doing after this?
はい。何のことですか？
Well, you know, after the way the whole drama club thing turned out.
物置でしたね。
Yeah, unfortunately the club was shut down. I remember hearing rumors about it after the fact. There was no point in hiding it from her. I let her know just how it was.
廃部ということは、もうこの学校には演劇部がないんでしょうか？
I guess this is quite different from the last time, the very first time we played through Clannad. We went on a wild goose chase to start a drama club and all. I don't know if we will start a drama club again this route, but it'll be interesting to see anyway. And it seems like for Furukawa, what am I saying? For Fuko's route, we'll be seeing a lot of Nagisa. So that's like the best of both worlds? That's right, it doesn't. It was the last hope she was hanging onto at this place, and now...
仕方ないです。誰も悪くないですから。
Yeah, there isn't. You were just unlucky.
そうですね。
She seems to have accepted the news much better than I'd expected.
カツサンド。
Aren't you eating one right now? She's using that as her motivation.
あ、そうでした。
This really must be weighing on her heavily. That's no real surprise, though. She doesn't have any friends, and the drama club she wanted to join so badly is no longer around.
誰か見てます、こっち。
Sunohara? She peers up at one of the school building's windows. Oh, you're right.
私たち、邪魔じゃないでしょうか。
Why would we be bothering them? Nah, we've been here this whole time, haven't we?
そうですよね。
Try waving at them. Wave your hand at them and smile while you do it. That might give them something to talk to you about.
私一人ですか？
Yeah, I mean, what do you think would happen if I was to wave? That's a girl up there, you know?
やってもいいと思いますけど。
Well, it looked like I was hitting on them if I was the one to wave. Come on, you can do it yourself. I raised her hand for her.
にこやかにでしたっけ?
Yeah, a big smile. Aww. She flaps her hand back and forth through the air with a grin on her face. Nagisa is the cutest. The figure at the window disappears without warning. I think it was a ghost. Her expression freezes.
カツサンド.
Like I said, you're eating one right now.
そうでした.
Munch, munch.
面白いですよね、岡崎さんは.
You're the interesting one here.
私は面白くないです。全然。
The two of us keep our heads affixed to the sky. I wonder if someone will ever come down from the heavens to help her.
もしできるなら。
Furukawa begins to speak.
演劇部をまた作りたいです。
Are we gonna help her? Hearing those words makes me happy. I'm not sure if she was even capable of saying something that positive when we first met. Then you should do it. It's easy.
本当ですか?
Yeah, as long as you're dedicated enough.
でも、大変なことだと思います。だから、できれば、岡崎さん、部長になってください。
No, no, no. Nagisa, you should be club president. A pork cutlet bowl.
はい?
Oh, I was just thinking of how much I like the pork cutlet bowls at the cafeteria, that's all. Anyway, you're the one who ought to be club president. I'm not even interested in plays.
そうですか。残念です。
You better not tell me you're giving up because of that.
でも、一人きりは寂しいです。
That is true. Well, the solution to that problem's easy. Just get more club members. She looks worried. Or to be more accurate, she seems to be regretting doing something that she can't take back. I feel a little bit sorry for her. I guess it would be so cruel to make her do it alone, and we did help her the last time too. We're gonna help her. But you know, I decide to speak up. I won't join a club, but I can at least help you find people who will. And I think the last time we found Tsunohara and... Did we get anyone else? I can't remember. Her eyes open wide as she looks at me.
本当ですか?
Yeah, I promise. I'll do everything I can to help you out until you become a wonderful club president.
なら、頑張ってみます。
Alright. What am I happy about? I just promised to spend a bunch of my time helping out the drama club. Well, I think...
何か言いましたか?
I accidentally skipped for it, but I think that will be a very good thing for Tomoya. No, wouldn't it be great if something like half of the school joined the drama club?
多すぎです。
Oh well, it's always a good idea to set your sights high, so let's pretend that's our goal.
多すぎですけど、わかりました。
You can do it, Furukawa-san. It's my first time calling her by that name.
はい。
In another world, it will be Nagisa. Once afternoon classes and homeroom and everyone but the students on cleaning duty leave for the day.
あのさ、岡崎。
Look at his smug face. Tsunohara is sitting on his desk, facing me.
なんか面白いことやってる?
Huh?
今日の昼休みも、昨日の帰りも、お前一目散に走っていったよな。僕も混ぜろって。
I wish I knew about something that fun.
何にもないの?
It's nothing. My stomach just has been acting up lately. Can't you figure that much out on your own?
なんだ、それだけだったのか。
That just reminds me of the time he locked Tsunohara up. In the bathroom. Yeah.
つまんねえの。じゃあ、今日はどっか寄ってこうぜ。
Were you not listening to a word I just said?
え?
I'm saying that I feel like shit. I'm out of here. See ya. I grab my empty bag and make for the door. Empty bag? Just don't bring your bag. I'm standing in front of the drama club room. I'm back here again. Do I really feel that much of a sense of responsibility? I'm even ignoring my schoolwork, so why am I going to these lengths? I hear the pitter-patter of footsteps and turn around. Furukawa is heading in my direction in a half-run.
Okazaki-san!
I hear joy in her voice as she says my name. She trots up and stands beside me.
びっくりしました。誰かいるって思ったら、岡崎さんでした。
Geez, sorry to disappoint.
違います。違う人を期待してたわけじゃないです。岡崎さんでよかったです。知ってる人が待ってくれてるなんて思わなかったですから。すごく嬉しくて、走ってきてしまいました。
I see. While I may be cold and insensitive to her, I'm the one person she can talk to.
今から何かしますか?
Well, I open the door. The floor is carpeted with strewn cardboard boxes and equipment. I guess we can start by cleaning.
ですよね。まず、物をどかさないといけないです。
Yep. We carry the stuff into a different empty classroom and get cleaning supplies from yet another empty classroom before finally getting to work. We dust the place, sweep it with a broom, and wipe it down with cloths. As the setting sun starts to beam into the room, it's finally in good enough shape to use for club activities. I guess this is good enough?
はい。
Furukawa's eyes gleam as they survey the area.
できました。私たちの部室です。
Our room? I'm not a club member, you know. Look at her. She looks so taken aback. Her expression suddenly changes, tears forming along the bottom of her now glassy eyes. But this is one thing I have to make crystal clear. The most I'm gonna do is help you find club members.
演劇、楽しいです。
I don't have any interest in them.
本当に、ないんですか?
Yeah, sorry, I don't. A look of desperation washes over her face. I've never even done anything that would have suggested a shred of interest to begin with. Listen, Furukawa.
はい。
I'll find people in no time. Just leave it to me.
いえ、そういう問題じゃなくて、岡崎さんにいてほしいと思っただけです。何人集まろうとです。
Well, I'm happy you feel that way, but... Well, I'll think about it. How's that? I leave the issue vague.
はい、お願いします。
Yeah, my role here ends with gathering new club members. Once I do that, she'll have lots of people at school to talk to, and then... She definitely won't need to cling to me any longer. That's as far as I'll meddle in her life. The two of us walk down a hill, barely any other students in sight. A small part of me doesn't want to go home. No, a big part, actually. I'm pretty hungry.
はい、着きました。
I'd sure like to get something to eat.
食べたいです。
Do you want to go eat somewhere? I try inviting her.
外食ですか?
Yeah, sounds wild and dangerous, right?
でも、私は家に帰ってご飯作るお手伝いをしないとダメなんです。
Forget about that.
お母さんだけに任せておけないですから。
She says the words and smiles. She must not mind doing it at all. Her actions are enough to show me that her home is probably a warm, loving one.
岡崎さんは家でご飯食べないんですか?
There's nothing to eat, even if I did go home. The silence lingers for a moment, heavy with implications.
その...
She tries to say something to salvage the conversation, but I tell her before she does. My old man's doing fine. My mom isn't around, though.
じゃあ、お父さんと晩ご飯食べないんですか?
Yeah, kinda hard to really, seeing as we're fighting all the time. I describe the situation in that way to make it easier to understand. I doubt anyone would truly get how terrible the situation is at this point. I'm the only one who does.
何かあったんですか?
Yeah, a lot. So much that it can't be undone. She falls silent, seemingly worried that she's taken the conversation in an awkward direction. It's no big deal though. That's just how single-father households are. In fact, it'd be kind of weird if two guys lived that close and were friendly with each other. I don't think so though. I tacked some comments on in an attempt to smooth things over.
そうですか。でもどこかで
She puts her hands together in front of her chest.
喧嘩していてもどこかで通じ合っていればいいです。
She comes to her conclusion. Yeah. I take a breath, filling my lungs and collecting my thoughts. It's strange. Why did I just tell her so much about my family stuff?
もし迷惑でなければ晩ご飯ご招待します。
Maybe it was because I was waiting to hear those words. I just wanted to get as far away from my house as possible. Are you sure that's alright?
構わないです。私の友達って言えば快く迎えてくれます。
Maybe
こ
except
れには自信あります。
maybe except for Akio though. I see. They really must be a happy family. While I hesitate for a moment at the thought of barging into someone else's place, I'm even more reluctant to go back to my home. So rather than being modest, I decide to take part in their meal.
ここからまっすぐ行くと公園があって、その正面にパン屋があります。
Okay,
そのパン屋がうちです。
got it.
それではうちで待っててください。すぐ
Okay, see you there.
はい。
She says after I grab the back of her collar. Hold on, why are we splitting up here first?
ダメでしょうか。
Of course! Well, yeah, kinda. I mean, if you're not around to introduce me to your parents, I can't just tribes into your place. They'll think I'm just some sketchy dude calling himself your friend.
大丈夫です。制服着てますから。
You're missing the point. Hell, it'd be even weirder if your parents let a stranger right into their house and we all started watching TV together like one big happy family. That's so what Sanae-san would do though.
だから自信あるんです。うちの家族はそういうことを気にしないです。不気味じゃないです。とても自然に接してくれます。
That's pretty nuts. What kind of family are they? I can't even imagine. Such a sweet, loving, warm family. I look up to the sky. Oh no. When I look back down, she's already far away, facing me and waving.
公園まで行ったらわかりますので。
She calls out the words from a distance, then leaves. I'm left all alone. She really is ignorant about how society works, isn't she? I'm now keenly aware of this fact. I guess I'll buy a box lunch again and head to Sunohara's room. I turn around and head back as I mutter under my breath. But then my legs stop. What would she do if I disappeared right now? She'd probably go look for me. I've gotten myself into a rather sticky situation here, haven't I? Sigh. I feel irritated all of a sudden. Irritated at myself for getting into this mess in the first place. Nothing would have happened if I hadn't done anything. Ah, damn it. I shake my head to snap out of it. Yeah, I just have to do what she told me. I need to be as natural as possible. If I am, then everything will go off without a hitch. And if that's the case, I won't have to regret today. All that'll happen is I'll eat dinner at her house, then head home. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what I'll do. I pivot on my heel and start walking once more, further thinking about how to turn this unnatural predicament into a natural one. So this is the place, huh? I see a bakery immediately across the street from the park. The billboard says Furukawa Bread. What a plain-looking store. Its glass door is half closed, but a brilliant light pours out from it like a knocked-over soda without a cap. They seem to still be open. Even so, it feels hard to walk in. Do any customers other than regulars come here? If I was someone looking to buy bread, I'd probably look elsewhere, even if it meant going farther down the road. Why? Neighborhood bread Bakeries are always the best. But today I'm here because Furukawa invited me. My only option is to go in. I step through the door and enter inside. No one's here. Heyo! I try saying something, but don't get anything in reply. So they've just left it unattended? In that case, someone could help themselves to as much food as they wanted, and I'm sure Sanae would happily let them be. I look at the different kinds of bread lined up on the shelves. There's a lot left. What are they gonna do with all this? Though it's already quite late, the trays are covered in bread. They look like they taste good. You know, I think I'll help myself to a sample. I take one off a tray. But as I bring it to my mouth, I notice something off. My hand stops. There's something in this. Suddenly, I hear a voice come from behind. I turn around in shock, only to find a woman standing right in front of me. Judging by the apron she's wearing, she probably works here. Could she be Furukawa's mom? She seems pretty young to be, if that's the case.
それ、今週の新商品なんです。食べてみてください。
Furukawa and mother. How much is it?
結構ですよ。余り物ですから。
Lucky for me.
それ、コンセプトは和みです。
Huh? So I'll feel calm if I eat this?
はい、とっても和むと思いますよ。
I don't really understand, but I try eating it anyway. Crack. Crumble.
おせんべいが入ってるんですよ。すごいですよね。アイデアの勝利ですよね。
It's defeated me, at the very least.
名付けて、おせんべいパンです。
Exactly as advertised, I see.
お子様からご年配の方まで幅広く愛されそうですよね。
I will say that I think rice crackers in bread is gonna be not very nice, not very tasty. I think rice crackers on their own will be nice, but bread, no, not in bread. I'd expect a broad outpouring of disgust for them, to be frank. Oh, I thought he said that in his head. Oh, that is mean. I think my lol is making her anxious.
ダメでしょうか。
Oh wait, he did say that in his head. She asks me with fear in her voice. Yeah, I'm gonna give this to you straight. No one would ever buy this.
何が悪いんでしょう。ネーミングでしょうか。
That is one thing.
ネーミングに関しては自信ないです。どうしましょう。ボリボリ言うからボリボリパンとか。
That's a cute name though.
パキパキパンの方がいいですか。
May I?
はい、なんでしょう。
I think the problem is more fundamental than that.
はい。
Where you went wrong was having the idea of putting rice crackers in bread in the first place.
でも、美味しいですよね。
I'm saying this because it isn't. You just know that when Sanae was in the kitchen baking this bread and she gave it to Akio and Nagisa, they both told her it was super tasty. One, Akio, no, let's start with Nagisa. Nagisa would say it's tasty because she genuinely thinks it's tasty. But Akio would tell her it's tasty because she loves Sanae. No, what am I saying? Because he loves Sanae, he would just say that it's tasty. I think for Akio, true love is being able to eat your wife's horrible bread for many, many, many years straight and never tell her, ever, that it was bad. That is a kind of love too. Aww. Tears began to well up in her eyes, then... Yash! She turns around and runs away. Hey, what's wrong with you? Are you a child or something? The store is empty once again. I just stand there, dumbfounded and alone. Guess the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. I can't help but think of the saying. What kind of family environment is this exactly anyway? I gradually start to feel more and more uneasy. I hope that her dad is normal at least.
おいおい、なんてことしてくれんだよてめえ。
I hear a menacing voice call out from behind me. I turn to face it. This time I see a man with a threatening expression staring at me. Don't tell me, is this her dad? He's young, just like her mom. He seems like a teenage delinquent that aged but never managed to grow up.
おめえな、うまいうまいって食ってりゃいいんだよ。
You just know that they are high school sweethearts.
それが義理だろ、人情だろ。
That's not something I do for someone I'm meeting for the first time.
真実ってのはいつも過酷なもんだからな。てめえ、それをまんま突きつけちゃかわいそうだろ。お前だって突然自分の親から実はあなたは橋の下で拾った子供なのなんて告白されてみろ。ちったブルーになるだろうね。だからあいつのパンはうまいって言っておけ。おい、返事はどうした？客だからといって他人面させねえぞ。ここら一帯の住民はあいつのパンをうまいと言って食う。これは暗黙の了解だ。掟だ。法律だ。
It's a law. This is absurd.
守れ。じゃねえとしばくぞこら。
What kind of ridiculous home have I walked into?
今日もよく余ってんな。
The man grumbles as he walks around the store. He starts grabbing bread off trays and stuffing them into plastic bags in front of me.
なんじゃこら。一つしか売れてねえじゃねえか。サナイのせんべいパンは。
And it's in my hands.
こいつは磯貝さん地域だな。
So he goes around sharing the leftovers with neighbors? Yuck. No one likes that guy.
こいつも売れてねえな。
Now would be a good time to run. I quietly do an about face and attempt to exit the store.
てめえ、その制服、うちの子と同じ学校のじゃねえ？
He noticed.
おい、待てって。
That's right, I do. So what?
てめえ、渚の友達？
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
それを早く言え。おい、それ！今夜は盛大に行くぜ！
They're so sweet. He approaches me and grabs both of my shoulders. I'm going home. He then starts dragging me with an uncanny amount of force. Wow. There's no way I can resist. The table is absolutely covered with rows of leftover bread.
すみません、渚のお友達だったなんて。恥ずかしいです。そうと分かってたらあんな姿見せなかったんですけど。
I guess that's a frequent sight to her customers.
気にすんな、サナエ。こいつは少しイカれてるんだ。
お客さんにそんなこと言ってはいけません。
You can say that again.
まあ、何にしてもめでたい。こんなに早く渚が友達連れてくるなんてな。
それも男の子ですよ、アキオさん。
なに？男だぞ！
Like he didn't notice Tomoya's gender. Okay. What did he just now notice?
もしかしたらボーイフレンドかもしれませんね。
こんなやさ男に渚を渡せるか。帰れ帰れ。
Okay, I'll leave.
こら、それでも男か。男なら力ずくでも奪っていくもんだろうが。
No, no, just no.
と言っても渡さんがな。
Which is it? Because you basically just contradicted yourself there.
さあ、たーんと召し上がってくださいね。
Furukawa's mom now grins as she recommends different kinds of bread to me. Are we eating bread for dinner?
こっちのパンは人気あるんですよ。とても美味しいと思います。
Furukawa's dad practically burns holes right through me with his menacing stare, his eyes filled with rage and malice all the while. An unspoken rule, a code, a law. What an awful home.
ただいま帰りました。
お姫様のお帰りだ。
It seems like Furukawa is finally back. I'm saved, I think.
やっぱりもう仲良しになってます。
おお、任せておけ、娘よ。
渚の友達を退屈させるなんてことはしません。
All three thrust their fists out towards one another. I just stare at the scene like an idiot.
どうした？アホ面しやがって。
Oh, I just thought it'd be best if I didn't get involved in anything having to do with his family. That's all. No big deal.
すでにこの通りちょっときつめのギャグも言い合える仲だぜ。
よかったです。
Furukawa seems to be happy from the bottom of her heart. I wonder what's with this family.
今日の晩ご飯はパンですか？
いや、これはお祝いだからな。こいつに持って帰らせりゃいい。
じゃあ材料買ってきましたから作ります。
二人で仲良く待っててくださいね。
Furukawa's mom follows after her. Now I'm all alone with her dad.
夕飯はまともなもんが出る。安心しろ。
Looks like I missed my chance to get away.
いいお肉があったのでとんかつにしました。とんかつ手抜きっぽいですけど美味しいですから。こうやって千切りのキャベツいっぱい付け合わせて一緒にソースかけて。
So this is what Furukawa normally looks like. She's speaking a lot too. It's funny how different she is when she's around her family, even this family. I must not be drawing out even half of the cheerfulness she normally has inside of her. I feel irritated at myself for losing to this family. Why? Then again, we've only just met. I guess our relationship is just getting started. Wait, why am I starting to feel this competitive?
うめえな。
本当ですか？よかったです。
な、若造もそう思うだろう。
そういえばお名前聞いてなかったですね。
岡崎さんです。岡崎智也さん。
耳っちい名前だなおい。
Oh, this is my favorite part where they give him nicknames.
岡崎銀河とかにしとけ。スケールでかいだろ。
I love this.
いいですね。銀河さんってお呼びしていいですか？
Ginga-san. Of course not. My name's Tomoya.
そうしたらあれだ。名字を大宇宙にしろ。大宇宙友也だ。これはまたでけえだろ。
I love this.
いいですね。大宇宙さんと呼んでいいですか？
My name's Okazaki.
いちいちケチつけるやつだな。さなえ、いい案ないのか？
コズミック智也というのはどうでしょう？
That just makes him sound like a magical girl. Cosmic Tomoya.
それ最高だ。
コズミックさんと呼んでもいいですか？
I just told you it's Okazaki.
なあコズミック、渚の学校での生活ぶりはどうだ？
It's Okazaki. Furukawa has been laughing the entire time. I guess she realizes this is one long joke. She seems so honestly happy.
な、こいつも。
How many name changes are we up to at this point? I watch closely as the family interacts with each other.
こんなに遅くなっちゃいましたけど、よかったですか？岡崎さん？
Sorry, it just seemed strange to me
何がです？
that there were families like this. You're all so close.
そうですか？
This seems to feel absolutely normal to her. After being with them for a while, I feel uncomfortable. At the same time, I also feel a sense of frustrated embarrassment. Why is that? I was suddenly tossed into a situation where I stood out. Then I was treated like a child. What exactly was I feeling? The time I just spent with Furukawa's family, the mood in there was so foreign to me. It seemed like something that took place on a different planet. My spirits noticeably dampened. I just want to go home and sleep on this for the night. But unfortunately, the living room. My father is sitting in a corner, his back hunched over. As I see him, I'm overcome with anger. Hey, old man, if you're gonna sleep, you should at least lie down. With nowhere to channel my emotions, I simply suppress them and calmly say the words. No answer. Either he's sleeping or he just doesn't feel like listening. I can't really tell the difference these days. Hey, Dad. I try calling him something else. He slowly raises his head and squints his eyes open. He peers up at me. I wonder how I look in his eyes. Does he really see my face as the face of his own son?
これはまた智也くんに迷惑をかけてしまったかな。
The scene before me turns red for a moment. But after that, I leave as I always do. Because he called him Tomoya-kun? Behind me, I hear an imploring voice repeating my name, with a kun attached to it. What did I come all the way here for? What I planned to do once I got here? A feeling of nostalgia hits me like a truck. Nostalgia for a kindness I knew long, long ago. I don't think I'd ever known something like that. And yet, despite how distant that memory is, it still feels so familiar, like it happened only yesterday. But just a little earlier, I've been watching on as something like that took place again right in front of me. When they treated me like a child, I returned to being a child. But all I did was feel annoyed by that.
もしよろしければ。
I hear a voice right behind me. I turn back to look in its direction and see a girl. She looks like an illusion, purity itself.
あなたを
The words flow from her mouth.
あなたをお連れしましょうか。
Take me where? She slowly closes her
こ
eyes.
の町の願いが叶う場所に。
I feel like I've just been placed in a different dimension. This is her declaration to me. This small messenger from another world. We stand there in the freezing atmosphere, in the place closest to the entrance to that world. The entrance? Her bakery? Ah. I force myself to make a sound. My body feels as though it's been paralyzed. Yeah. My voice trembles as it answers. The girl opened her eyes, and then
こんなところで何してるんですか？
her face returned to normal, to the one of a simple purity that I know. Nothing really.
不思議です。さっき家に帰りました。
Well,
家に来ようですか？
no, not really. I've calmed back down. It was just a little too early to go home.
だってもうこんな時間。不良さんでしたね、岡崎さんは。
Yep, that's me.
大変そうです、不良。
Nah, you don't need to worry about me though. I do this because I want to, remember?
でも暇そうです。
What about you, Furukawa? Are you out shopping again?
いえ、
She immediately replies in a negative.
演劇の練習です。
I see, that makes sense. So what she was saying was just lines from a play?
いつも夜の公園で練習してるんです。
This late at night? Isn't that, dangerous?
今日はちょっと遅かったです。いつもはもっと早いです。だから大丈夫です。それで戻ってきたら岡崎さんがいましたから、ちょっと演技見てもらいました。
I see.
何か感想もらえると嬉しいです。
Well, if that was all a performance, then it's definitely worthy of praise. But I can't find a word to praise her with. Hurry up and go home.
明日は学校休むと思います。
It's a joke, stupid. Don't act so devastated.
岡崎さん、冗談がきついです。
And her family calling Tomoya Cosmic-kun is not.
涙出てきました。
She starts wiping the edges of her eyes with her finger. She's like a small child.
岡崎さん、まだ帰らずにどこか行くんですか？
Nope, gonna stay out a while longer.
明日、また遅刻します。
Yeah, maybe. But that's fine. I'm delinquent after all.
それは、本 当にそうなんですか？今も信じられないです。岡崎さん、全然不良の人っぽくないです。
That's just how some of us delinquents are.
お父さんと喧嘩してるってそう言いました。
Yeah, I did.
それと関係ないですか？お父さんと顔を合わせると喧嘩になるから、お父さんが寝静まるまで外を歩いて、それで遅刻多くなって、みんなから不良って噂されるようになって。違いますか？
What a sharp girl. Either that or I said so much about my personal life that it was easy to guess all of that. You're wrong. I don't confirm it for her. I want to look cool, calm, collected.
本当に違いますか？
We barely know each other. I'm shocked you're able to come up with all of that.
できます。そうさせるのは岡崎さん自身ですから。きっと何か理由があるんだって、そう思いました。
Even if that was the case, what were you gonna do about it? I try asking her.
岡崎さんは私を勇気づけてくれた人ですから。だから私も力になりたいです。勇気をあげたいです。
The courage to face off against my old man?
それはダメです。立ち向かったりしたら分かり合わないと。
How?
それはとても時間のかかることです。
Yeah, I bet it does. We're just kids. I look far off into the distance, above the roofs of the houses in town. The night clouds shine dimly from the light of the moon.
もしよければ私の家に来ますか？
Furukawa's voice breaks my trance. It must be the proposal she came up with after struggling to think of something in the last few moments.
少し距離を置いてお互いのことを考えるといいと思います。お二人は家族です。だから距離を置けば絶対に寂しくなるはずです。そうすれば相手を好きだったことを思い出して、次会った時にはゆっくりと話し合うことができると思います。それにちゃんと夜になったら寝られて、学校も遅刻しないで済みます。一石二鳥です。
She must have had to make an effort to say all that.
どうでしょうか、岡崎さん。岡崎さんはそうしたいですか？
I really want to say I would, but I couldn't possibly. There's no way I could do that.
どうしてでしょうか？
You've only just met me. Plus, I'm a student with bad behavior, and I'm a guy. You're practically asking me to have my way with you by saying we should live together. No. No? Akio's there too. Sanae's there too.
別に好き勝手してもらって構わないですけど。
Nagisa? What do you mean when you say that?
Huh?
She has no idea what I'm talking about. Don't ever say that again.
何をでしょう？
All of it. That you want me to stay at your house, that you don't mind me having my way with you.
はい、わかりました。なんか余計なこと言ってしまったみたいで、ごめんなさいです。
She bows her head. I don't want to see this any longer. It doesn't really matter. Well, I'm going home.
はい、おやすみなさいです。
Yeah. April 17, Thursday. There's a lot of scenes, I think, with Nagisa. And they might be important. Alright. Now we have to go look for Nagisa because she ran off after Tomoya's teasing at the club room about her being the prettiest girl in school. Now we're gonna go find her. And we're gonna look in the class next door. She probably went off somewhere else. I take a peek inside. Seems like no one's around. I open a door. I assumed the room would be empty, but a young female student sits near the windows. And it's Fuko, right? The sunlight pouring in prevents me from getting a clear look at her face, leaving only the silhouette visible. She's carving a block of wood with a knife. Damn. Scritch, scritch. Her concentration seems to have erased my existence completely from her senses. There's something irresistibly cute about the way she's working so hard on it. For a while, I just stand there watching. Her hands stop as she finally notices my presence. Her eyes meet mine. She freezes. What's wrong? Suddenly, she jumps up and runs towards a corner of the room. Oh, this is a new soundtrack. We haven't heard this before. She reminds me of a cat caught trying to steal food. Except the cat probably wouldn't be clutching a knife the whole time. Note to self, don't surprise a girl with a knife. You may end up getting stabbed. Oh, I really like this soundtrack. Holding her ground, she cautiously watches my every move, still as can be. I find it funny wondering if she's trying to hide by standing perfectly still. Better yet, she's in the corner of the room, effectively the most visible spot in the whole place. Well then, what should I do now? We have to try talking to her. I mean, she's Fuko. Say, is this the art club's room? Hey, I'm talking to you. She reluctantly points a finger at herself and tilts her head to the side. Yeah, you, as if there's anyone else here. She raises her index finger. Maybe she wants me to repeat the question? Is this the art club's room? Still standing tightly in a corner, she shakes her head nervously. Oh, right, other club members would be here if it was. So, do you just skip too many art classes and end up with piles of homework? Something like that? She shakes her head again. Then it's just a hobby? She shakes her head again. Then just what on earth are you doing here? Ah. She shows me the wooden block she was working on, holding it in front of her chest. Yeah, that. Oh, that's cute. Suddenly, she has a euphoric look on her face. It's as if she's lost in a reverie, dreaming up something really fabulous. She's so full of openings. With a few steps, I quickly close the distance between the two of us and proceed to take the knife from her hand. Relax, I'll give it back. Isn't it kinda dangerous using a knife like this? Now that I'm closer, I see a bandage covering one of her hands. From the intense look she's giving me, I can tell she wants her knife back. You know, you should stop using this thing. Why? Your hand, I can tell it's a mess. Is carving wood really worth cutting yourself up like that? You know, you could hurt yourself in other ways too, like when you're trying to cook food and chop food up. You could hurt yourself, but could you really tell that person to just stop cooking? They might die. That person being me. I almost cut my finger off again. Again.
やりたいんです。放っておいてください。
True.
それ返してください。
Doesn't your hand hurt though? For some reason, I didn't think Fuko would sound like that. That's not to say it's a bad thing.
痛くないです。
It's an interesting voice. Liar.
念のため巻いてるだけです。
Well then, shake my hand.
はい。
I put a bit of strength into my grip. In a flash, she pushes me away and our distance reverts back to what it was before I took the knife. She's squatting down in the opposite corner now. It looks like that really hurt. Yeah, Tomoya, why are you trying to interfere with everything? A few moments pass.
痛くなかったです。
Oh, she's so cute. On the verge of tears, she stands back in front of me.
返してください。
Can we shake hands again?
ダメです。
She learns fast.
もうダメです。一回握手しました。握手はたくさんするもんじゃないです。
Okay, that makes sense. In that case, how about a high five?
ハイタッチ
You know, like in sports, when a player scores a point or something, their teammate raises a hand and they clap them together in the air.
シュート決めてないです。
Okay, then let's pretend we did. Okay, here goes. I awkwardly take a free throw pose and toss the air ball towards an imaginary basket. And it's good! Come on, raise your hand.
はい。
Clap. It's less of a high five and more of just a straight up slap, really. Once again, she pushes me away and runs towards the opposite corner. It should have hurt more than a handshake. We were literally hitting each other's hand. A few moments pass.
痛くなかったです。
She stood before me with trails of tears on her face.
返してください。
Please apologize, Tomoya. And like a handshake, we can do a high five as many times as we like. And it's in there. Now raise your hand.
はい。
Clap, please. Be gentler. There she goes again. That's why I've been telling you, stop carving until your hand's completely healed. I put the knife into my pocket.
返してください。
She just won't give up. But you know, the thing is, you also don't know her story and how much that knife or carving that star means to her. What if someone were trying to enjoy their club activities in peace nearby? If something happens to you in here, do you know how much trouble that caused them?
隣、誰もいなかったはずです。
Club season's coming up. People are gonna start using the club rooms around here. That's why you should be patient until your injury heals. Besides, you can't make a decent carving with your hand in this condition, right? I don't know why you're pushing yourself so hard, but it'd be better if the final product is in perfect condition, right?
でも、手を休めてる暇なんてないんです。
The teacher who gave you this assignment must be a real tyrant.
違います。自分で思いついたことです。
Then there's no problem. Just give your hand a rest for a bit. With that said, I leave the classroom. Really? From the corridor, I look back into the classroom. She's still standing there looking down helplessly on her half-finished work of art. Her tears are about to burst out. Maybe that was a bit too mean, but only an idiot would try to carve with a hand like that. You should take better care of your body. Overworking an injury could lead to permanent damage that you'll regret the rest of your life. He's talking about himself. I understand that better than anyone. Tisk. Rotating my shoulder, I look out the window. Naturally, my eyes wander gradually lower. And there she is. What she's doing there. Does she think it's lunch or something? I wouldn't put it past her. Sheesh. I climb down the stairs and head to the courtyard. So we've skipped forward. And now we are looking for Sunohara because the teacher told us to go look for him after class. But of course, Tomoya's just gonna cut class and look for him now. And someone has tapped us. Tapped, or maybe they're walking. Tap? Someone is tapping on my back. Tap tap. From the armpit to the waist. Tap. Tap. What do you want? I turn around just in time to catch the sight of a girl running away. I recognize the figure. Must be the wood carving girl I met yesterday. Oh, I love her soundtrack. Her theme. Is she some kind of pervert? Oh, she's cute. She's adorable. Tap. Again. Tap, tap. Tap. I decide to stop walking and see what happens. Tap. 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 Not letting go of the opportunity, she keeps touching all over the place. A passing female student can't hold in her laughter as she looks at us. Tap. That is my groin. What? Tap. She taps there again. So you're interested in that place that much. Squeeze. What? What is this game rated? Am I going crazy? Don't grab it. Surprised my by my voice, she loses her balance and falls on her behind. Now she's standing up, tapping lightly on her skirt to brush off the dust. Catching her should be a piece of cake now. Catch her. Catch her! After all that, now she's turning her back on me, intending to run off again. Too slow. Got her arm. Got some business with me? Or have you finally awakened to gender differences at your age?
ナイフを探して。
Oh, that's what she's doing. Knife? Oh right, that. It totally slipped my mind, but I still haven't given back the knife I took from her. So she was searching my body for it?
返してください。
How about your hand?
もう痛くないです。治りました。
But it still got a bandage on it.
これは念のためです。
Well then, shake my hand. Grip. She's trying to endear it. Next, high five. Clap. She's still trying to endear it. Very well. Boxing training. You beat a trainer, just pose like this. I make her put her hands up in front of her chest. I'll punch your hand saying jab, jab, straight. So you'd reply with 1, 2, 1, 2. Got it?
はい。
You're just playing along with him. Are you ready?
はい。
She closes her eyes. Why can't a trainer closes her eyes? Now open your eyes and brace yourself.
はい。
Her reluctant face is now equipped with round, opened eyes, making for a rather spectacular sight. Here we go.
はい。
I'll hit with 100% power. Ready for it?
はい。
Jab, jab, straight. I spice things up a little by raising my voice.
ワンツー。ワンツー。
Bap. Very slowly, I put a knife into her hand.
ワンツー。ワンツー。
She's still going at it. Look, I gave you back the knife.
え、
If you hurt yourself, I'll come and take it away again. Got it? Just be careful so you won't go through this whole ordeal again.
はい。
Bye then. I say goodbye without looking at her face and start walking away. Wandering around at random is just getting boring. I begin to think about where he could be. Nothing comes to mind. Tsunohara? Honestly, I don't really care where he is at this point. I can always get back to class right before it ends. I almost forgot we were looking for Tsunohara. I'll just go where I feel like going. An empty classroom or return to the classroom. Empty classroom it is. The theater club's room's right in front of me, but my attention crawls to the side, where Fuko was. I peek inside through the glass panel on the door. There she is. Unsurprisingly, a girl is sitting inside working diligently on her carving. She seems to be a lot more attentive to her work than the first time I saw her. I guess she won't get hurt now that she's used to it. Probably. Watch her a bit more. I decide to keep on watching for a while. Her body, which was moving slightly, suddenly comes to a stop. And she's putting one of her fingers in her mouth. Did she just... She starts looking around restlessly. And somehow, through the glass panels, she detects my watching eyes. Before her usual "wah" even reaches my ear, she's already jumped up and run away. Idiot, rushing like that only makes your wound worse. I quickly enter the classroom. In the corner, the girl is squatting down facing the wall with her head resting on her knees. Hey, show me your hand. Not a word from her. Is she trying to hide from me? Just so you know, I can totally see you. Cautiously, she turns her head around and points a finger at herself. Yes, you. Bam. She gets up and runs away again. This time, the outside of the classroom. This idiot, stop running around with an injury like that. I start chasing after her. Where did she go? From the end of the corridor, I can see a teacher walking this way.
岡崎か。そんなところで何してる?
He asks after recognizing me. Yes, just looking for someone. A teacher asked me too.
授業中にか。本当かどうか後で担任に聞いておくぞ。
Of course, feel free to since it's the truth. He gives a suspicious look, then just walks past me. What about Fuko? She's just hiding away during class time? And something small-ish is following behind him. Like I said, you are way too obvious. I grab her arm. Right after I do, she turns her head to me and puts a finger to her lips to shush me. It might not be a bad idea to listen to her now and be silent for a while. She's not gonna talk. Finally, the teacher makes a turn at the corner and vanishes from our view. A sigh of relief. That went well. Now let's go to the infirmary. Just who are you trying to hide from? Listen, your head must be hurting, right? Come with me to the infirmary.
怪我してませんから。
Stop lying. Show me your hand. The blood must be oozing out right now.
ちゃんと舐めました。
Did that stop the bleeding?
止まりました。
Really? Show me your hand.
はい。
She raises her index finger in front of my eyes. The blood seeps through the cut, making a narrow red line as a drop falls down. Quickly, she puts the finger back in her mouth and starts sucking it.
はい。
Like a magician, she proudly shows me her finger again. The blood has indeed stopped, but... Do it again, but faster and with more spirit. Maybe yell, "Yay!" as you do it.
えい。
Phew! The blood spouts out. Wow, very nicely executed. She's sucking her finger again. Isn't that cut pretty deep?
深かったとしても、あなたには関係ないと思います。
Like a little kid, she spills the words out with the finger still inside her mouth. I guess so.
フーコがそうしたいんです。放っておいてください。
Is Fuko your name?
はい。伊吹フーコです。おかしいですか？
Not really. I just thought it may have been your name, but wasn't sure.
そうですか。それでは。
She turns the other way and starts walking away. Go to the infirmary, you hear me? I say that just to make sure. Guess I was being too meddlesome. But I can't exactly just stand and watch as she puts herself in danger like that, can I? You know, the thing about Fuko is, if I'm not wrong, her surname is Ibuki, right? And I'm pretty sure I remember back in the first playthrough of Clannad, something about Nagisa. I think it was Nagisa's teacher back when she was in the first year is also Ibuki. I know she was talking about a sick younger sister, I think, in the hospital. Is that Fuko? But Fuko is here now. Anyway, I guess I'll go back. Just as I turn around, I remember something. There used to be a perfect place to nap in the old school building. Ah, that's Yukine's place. It was the reference room on the first floor. But that'll be Yukine. We return to the classroom. It will probably be best if I'm actually in class, even if I just sleep through it. A girl is running towards me. And for whatever reason, she is stopping in front of me.
すみません。
The bandage-covered arm already tells me who she is. The dangerous carving artist, Fuko.
これあげます。
With that said, Fuko holds out a cube of wood. A cube? I have seen this before. It's something used during art classes. Why are you giving it to me?
今だけあなたのものです。それでは。
Immediately after, she threads her way under my arm and runs after her. In my confusion, I can only stand there and watch. Just as Fuko vanishes around a corner, a male student runs towards me. And just as Fuko did, he stops in front of me.
今ここに誰かがってお前
Something you want?
お前の持ってるそれ
This? I look down at a block of wood.
なるほど岡崎お前が犯人だったってわけだな
You're the culprit? Of what?
そうだ女の子を使ってそんなものを盗むなんてなんて卑劣なやつだこんな人間のクズめ
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I couldn't hear you very well. care to repeat that, please? I don't miss my chance to apply the glaring technique. Did you say something about human trash?
いやそんな岡崎くんはナイスガイだよ。
Nice guy. That doesn't make me happy at all.
でも僕それがないと困るんだよね。
So you want this thing? I throw the block of wood up in the air and catch it with one hand.
そうそうそれ。美術の授業中にさ、いきなり女の子が現れてさ、それを取ってくから困ったよ。いらないですね。ありがとうございますってさ、もう速攻だったよ。いらないわけないよね。
Is that so?
だからね、返してよ。
This is something I picked up. You see, it was just lying around there.
Eh?
Where was it again? Right, inside the trash can? If I hadn't picked it up, it would have been thrown away. So it's fine to say this belongs to me now, right? I turn my back on the male student.
うわ、僕それないと困るんですけど。
Ignoring him, I start walking away. The short girl is waiting for me when I reach the end of the corridor. Fuko! You know,
はい
just what are you doing?
はい
What are you going to do with this?
掘るんです。こうシュッシュッって
Is she gonna make more stars?
とっても可愛いんです。
She's so cute. Seems like she's gone off to her dreamland again. It's taking a while. She's still in her dreamland. A long while. I'm bored. I should try making her drink juice through her nose. Oh wait, these are options. Keep waiting. I'm bored. Let's see. Not sure if it will be interesting, but why not? I insert the straw sticking from my half-empty juice pack into Fuko's nose. Slurp?
わ
Oh man. I put too much strength into that. Having regained her senses, Fuko jumps a step back.
なんか今鼻が変でした。
Please, tell me you noticed. She's desperately blowing her nose. Well, there's no way anything would come out though. You're just imagining things, don't worry. It seems I'm free to do whatever I want when she's like that. Something to look forward to next time. Okay, I got it. Whatever you're carving is super cute.
はい
Even so, stop doing dangerous stuff like that. Getting scolded by teachers is one thing, but you'd eventually get on the nerves of the weirdos. Do you know what that means? Without a millisecond of hesitation, Fuko points at me. Well, yeah, I wouldn't deny it, but not just me, you know? Other weirdos like me are gonna show up. How does that sound?
最悪です。
He does seem to genuinely dislike the idea. So make sure this is the last time you do this, okay? I put the wooden cube in her hand.
最後にしないとダメでしょうか。
No matter what. She does a nod. Just use the cube to make that super cute thing you mentioned. Isn't that enough?
これはもちろんそうします。
She holds a wooden cube to her chest.
でもまだまだ足りないんです。
Not enough? I raise my voice, dumbfounded at what the girl just said. Then just how many do you need to carve?
うまくできるまでです。そしてそれが700個揃うまでです。
A 700? I can't find anything to say back. It just reminds me of folding 1,000 paper cranes to make a wish. I've never heard of someone carving wooden stars though.
はい
I'm just gonna leave you alone. What can I possibly say other than that? That's what you said you wanted me to do, but why do you look so sad now? Fuko looks like she's thinking about something for a while,
はい
and finally gives me the answer.
一人で頑張ります。
Yeah, good luck. Bye.
はい
I turn away from her and start walking. In a way, she kinda reminds me of Yukine. In a good way. they're both really quiet, but also really funny.
変な人でしたけど、そんなに悪い人でもなかった気がします。
Little girl, wait until someone's gone to give your impression of them.
あ、はい。聞こえてましたか。
What now?
名前教えてください。
My name?
はい。
Okazaki.
下は
Oh, why do you want to know my first name? Tomoya. Tomoya Okazaki. I cut my words short and leave from there. For real, this time. This school sure has some weirdos. But then again, with over 700 people, it's not that strange if a few of them... Wait, 700 people? She's gonna steal 700 wooden blocks from 700 people. After that, another 700 of the same perfect piece. Sounds like she's gonna... I don't know, her own little ritual? Don't tell me. One for every student in this school? I turned back to look in her direction. But the girl has already left, leaving behind only pattering footsteps and the silhouette of her small back. Okay, I think I'm gonna end here for today with Fuko's route. I think that Fuko is adorable. I think that she is reminding me of Yukine, and that is a very good comparison because I adore Yukine. I think that she was a very fun. It was a very fun, lighthearted. Well, lighthearted? I guess it was lighthearted for the most part until the end, but in any case, it was a very fun route for me. Very lighthearted, I should say. Very calming for my heart. With Fuko's route, I hope that it will be lighthearted. Now that I think about it, I think all Clannad routes are often tearjerkers, except maybe for Kyo and Sunohara. It was tears of frustration for me. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the rest of Fuko's route, and I hope that you guys do as well. I can't wait to see what it has in store for us, and I can't wait to know more about Fuko as a character. She seems very eccentric, kind of funny on her own, and can't wait to see what the two of them will get up to this time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time.